guilty of crime.
Hello, what's up? Happy Thursday. We're one day closer to Friday. Hello. I'm Jay with Guilty of Crime, and we're back. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys roll in for a couple of minutes before I get started. Hit that like button as you roll in. If you roll out, please hit the like button on your way out and share with your community and your friends. This is a special, it's a very, very special topic today, but it's also very triggering. So let me say hello real quick. What's up, K-Ray? How you doing? Goldilocks, what's up? Suzanne, I see you were early today. That's awesome. Teresa and Velvet Unicorn. And Graciela, thank you for being a member for 12 months. It's your 1 year anniversary. I hope you're doing really well. I know you've had some health issues, and I hope you're doing a lot better. All right. It's summertime. I know it's hot outside. It's nice here, but it's only because the air's on, right? Put the AC on and chill out. Good to see you guys. Very much. Cool, calm, cool, and collected. Absolutely. I try to do that every day, but every once in a while, it get me riled up. This topic is going to be triggering for some people. So I'm going to give you a huge trigger warning. Today, we're talking about YouTube star Mikayla Raines. Death by bullying. Save a Fox founder dies by self-harm or unaliving herself at 29 years old. All right. So yeah, huge trigger warning because this is what happens on YouTube, guys. I mean, this has been happening to me. It's died down a lot and I don't talk about it on the show. I also, when I get off of the show, I stay off of the internet and I don't interact. So I do my best to stay away from the bullying and the content creators that make content about myself and create streams about me and Reddits and da 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 da. Well, guess what, guys? I got to tell you something while we're getting started. Let me show you these statistics here. And this is a really good topic to drop statistics about cyberbullying. I bet you didn't know. I didn't even know that 95% of content creators have experienced cyberbullying. 46% of teens, which I would expect, 41% of adults, and freaking 95% of content creators. It makes much more sense seeing these numbers. So this came from Mikayla Raines, a clip I'm going to play in a bit. YouTube star's death puts spotlight on cyberbullying. I didn't have an idea either. And I got to tell you, again, thank you all the mods for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. One in particular, I appreciate every single one of you. However, Carly did help me get started on this channel and she helped me to learn the ropes of what's going on. And in the very beginning, she said, Jay, You gotta make you gotta make all your social media accounts private, and you gotta do this, and that. Because if you're gonna go on a social media platform, this ish is going to happen. I said, yeah, I got it. I'm 45 years old. I didn't get bullied in school, and I know. All right. Let me just change this a little bit. My background is kind of fading me out a little bit with the lighting. All right. So, shout out to all the mods that keep me protected here every single day, because things do go awry and things are still happening, but we're not talking about it. That's the major difference, is you got to not talk about it, hold it in. But if you have mental health problems, if you're dealing with autism like she was and many other things, it could get to you. 29 years old, 2.5 million followers, very successful founder of Save a Fox, took her own life, guys. And it didn't just affect her. She's got children. She's got a husband that's going to plead for people to stop cyber bullying. All right. Now, is it going to help? I don't know. I really don't know if that's going to help. I have no idea. All right. They bully in South Korea school also. Well, guess what? I didn't have all the social media in high school because they didn't have that. All right. I didn't get bullied in person, because if you were in my face in person, I would just knock you the fuck out. Right. That being said, that doesn't happen anymore. There's no people in front of your face. They're all keyboard warriors. And in this case today, these people that bullied her were, I'm going to say it and you're going to hear it a couple of times, these people were at one time her friends. Mic drop. I should just drop the mic and just leave, because that's exactly what has happened to me, and I'm sure many other content creators that, as of right now, you can go on a live stream and you can see bullying happening as I speak. There's channels bullying other channels, and they just don't care. They just don't care. We saw a YouTube beef between the Las Vegas guys, the clown face, and the other guy, and he went and shot him on a live stream, guys. All right, so this is what we're talking about today. Justice for Mikayla Raines, although I don't know if that's going to happen, because there's not one particular person that is to blame. There are several people. Now, people were jealous of her Fox Foundation. Okay, so she was making money and doing good on YouTube, and they tried to throw shade on her, and it worked, apparently. It worked so much that she took her own life. All right, so heavy topic today. We'll try to find the light side of it, and we will try to make awareness of this, and that is why I put this up. All right, so just so you're aware, 46% of teens, if you have a teenager, it's gonna happen. If you're an adult, it's going to happen. And if you're a content creator, 95% content creators do that. I don't know why. I really don't know why, but I'm not trying to figure that out. Okay. So today, justice for Michaela Reigns. Come on in. I didn't want to start telling her story until everybody rolled in. So like, subscribe, and please share this video with your friends, family, and community. Okay. So it is a trigger warning. Sometimes they're going to say the S word, SUICIDE, because that's what it is, folks. It's SUICIDE. And if I say it too much, it's going to demonetize me, even though this stuff is happening on YouTube. All right. And yes, you're right. Jealous people and keyboard warriors are the most dangerous people out there. All right. So even if you think somebody's your friend, think again. Think again. They're going to take what you tell them and then use it against you later on, and then clip up your text messages, clip up your emails, and clip anything they want. Even this point, they're going to use AI and make you say stuff that you didn't really say. So this needs to be aware. We need to see what's happening. And this beautiful 29-year-old successful YouTube star is no longer alive because of this. She took her own life. All right. And I'm going to show you what happens and the meltdown that happened before. I'm also going to go to her YouTube channel and show you what happens to the family when something like this happens. And Rebecca, I'm sorry that's it's terrible. It's terrible, and you're right that that's going to happen maybe time and time again. All right? So now that you're aware, then you could be on the lookout for it. All right. Yeah, you said I'm in the 50s, in my 50s, and so is my neighbor. And that doesn't stop anybody. So Kung Fu Panda, you can still watch her videos. She has 2.5 million followers, and many people in the world are mourning for her. The big platforms are playing her content. All right. Used to watch her videos. She was lovely. She is lovely. She still is lovely. All right. So what's up, everybody? Let me tell you a story about her before we get into anything. I'm going to tell you myself. All right. So she's from Rice County, Minnesota. I know people are going to roll in and say, "Where'd this happen, Jay?" I just came in. It happened in Minnesota. All right. Now, this just happened the other day on June 23rd, 2025. Her husband posted an emotional video after her taking her life. This happened, I believe, on the 20th, although they don't put the exact day that it came out. So she's a YouTube animal rescue star named Mikayla Raines, 29 years old, took her life earlier this week after enduring an escalating campaign, guys. Important. It was not just bullying, it was a campaign. And when I say a campaign, meaning they start on Reddit, then they go to YouTube, then they go from YouTube to TikTok, then they go from TikTok to Rumble. They go anywhere that they can go to attack somebody, and that's what happened to her. So we're gonna watch her husband. It's an emotional video that you need to watch about her. All right. Now, when Mikayla was only 14, guys, she was bottle feeding and raising baby gray fox. Now, that's what sparked her interest in rehabilitating animals. In 2017, at 20 years old, guys, 20 years old, she started a nonprofit called Save a Fox. And over the years, she rescued more than 150 foxes, according to the organization's website. On Monday, all right, today's Thursday. On Monday, her husband Ethan shared that Mikayla died by taking her own life at 29. Now, I have some quotes that he says, but we're also going to listen in the video. He says Mikayla was the most bright and shining example of what you could accomplish if you set your mind to something. She was never held back by ideas that everyone considered unrealistic. He also said through the years in YouTube, she was on the autism spectrum, and while that made her life very difficult, it allowed her to hyper focus on one thing, and that was the animals. All right. He also shared that she had a borderline personality disorder and a mental health condition that's characterized by being impulsive. So she experienced intense mood swings, engaging in risky behaviors, and having unstable relationships. All right. People with borderline personality are at an increased risk of self harm and taking their own life. All right. Now, they say at 10% of people with it die by taking their own life. Okay. So thank you guys for coming in. Hit that like button, and not because you like what I'm telling you, but because you like how I present the case and you think it's important for others to know about it. All right. Good to see you, Clark. I've been seeing you in and out through the week. Now, listen, April, I wanted to have this conversation with you because we all sit here every day feeling really happy about what we do. We try to spread I try to spread love to you guys. I try to spread love to anybody that I come across to make their day. And I try to give a voice to the people that no longer have a voice. So I think I'm doing good. You guys think I'm doing good. This light is turning me invisible. Okay. So we all think we're doing good, but there's people that don't like people to be doing good. And that's what happened in this case. And it's not just this case, guys. Look at this. I mean, I'm going to keep on showing this because this is a huge number of cyberbullying. And I got to tell you, there's not a lot of resources to help. Many people say, oh, you can do FBI cyber harassment, you can call the local police, but it's not that easy, folks. It really isn't. Take my word for it, okay? So, justice for Mikayla Raines. I'm going to give you a little bit about her, and then you're going to see, and I'm going to send you to the channel. So, if you're asking for the channel, I'm going to give you more information than you ever wanted about this case today. All right. Now, we're going to listen to this in a nearly 10-minute YouTube message on June 23rd. We're going to hear her husband talk about her and what the heck happened, why her friends started bullying her. Why the heck did this happen? All right. So he's going to describe finding her unresponsive at their home in Minnesota. He performed CPR for 15 minutes until first responders came and they couldn't revive her, guys. All right. Now, she lived and ran her nonprofit, Save a Fox, in Rice County, Minnesota. She died at home by taking her own life. Authorities in Rice County are now investigating the circumstances of her death. So I'm going to give you another trigger warning, and I'm going to try to tell you that we don't like to say the word suicide or unaliving yourself. I might miss a couple of those today when we listen to people talking about it. And I'm not going to stop it because that's what it is. We have to spread the awareness. But also, to get into the algorithm, I just need you guys to hit that like button. And if you have the means to get a membership, gift a membership, or donate to the channel, that would be great. Nanaska says, I connected with your episode yesterday because you were talking slower with the bedroom voice. I was really tuned in mentally. You should slow down more often. Well, thank you, Nanaska. I know you're very, you tell it like it is, even if it sounds like you're criticizing me, and that's okay. I can take a little bit of, self reflection, all right? Very tragic case here. And when I do speak faster and I talk more, it's because I am connecting with what I'm saying and you're getting my emotions in it. That's why when I'm talking like this, it just depends. All right. So I'm not doing that on purpose. I'm doing it because it's how I feel. And you guys connect to me because you like knowing how I feel. All right. So thank you for letting me know that. Barbara, this makes me angry. My prayers to her husband, family, and friends. Absolutely. All right. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Good to see you. Victoria. I can't read this name, but hello. Karina, good to see you. All right. So check this out. I'm going to give you a little more about her backstory. All right. So she lived for what she did. She lived for her foxes and her children and her family. 2009, at the age of 14, she uploaded her very first video sharing fox tips and animal rehabilitation. Right now, we're in 2025. So, over the next decade, her channel grew to more than 2.5 million subscribers all by herself with the foxes, guys. Right now, 2017, at 20, she formally founded Save a Fox Rescue. She focused on saving foxes from fur trade, and by 2025, the organization had rescued roughly 150 foxes, alongside cats and minks, which many were rehabilitated and adopted out, guys. All right, now her personal challenges she spoke openly about, and you guys are going to see a few videos today that are heartbreaking. Right? You're going to see a last video that she posted. You're going to see her meltdown. You're going to see it. Right? She told us that she was on the autism spectrum, and her husband later disclosed she battled with depression, guys. A lot of people battle with depression and borderline personality disorder. She spent years in and out of therapy, and she tried multiple medications to manage her mental health. But what got her was the online bullying campaign. Over the recent years, Raines became the target and claims of rumors spread by, listen here, spread by, listen here. I'm going to make you stop and listen who these rumors were spread by. They were spread by friends that were supposed to be friends. They were spread by friends that used to be friends. And they were spread by, yes, other animal rescue operators, which evolved into personal attacks. In recent months, people said she considered friends joined in. leaving her feeling that the entire world had turned against her. All right. So this was not some people that didn't know her or somebody overseas or some devil that we don't know. These were people that she knew and that she once loved and that she thought were her friends. All right. This is absolutely ridiculous. And it's awful. And thank you, Foxy Amazon. I'm sorry I didn't thank you for the gifted membership and supporting the channel. All right. This is a terrible, terrible circumstance. She found her purpose and jealous creeps turned on her. And guess what? That's what happens. 95% of content creators that happens to, and I've experienced it. I never thought I would say that I would experience it, but I have. Now, Reigns, her name is Mikayla Raines. She leaves behind her husband, Ethan. And I thought she had more kids than one, but she had a 3-year-old daughter named Freya or Freya. In his video, he urged anyone that feels lost and hopeless to reach out to friends, family, or a crisis hotline, which I'm going to show you later. And he pledged to continue her rescue work in her memory. So there is a crisis hotline, guys. If you're in crisis or you feel it like it, you can text 988 or you can chat on 988lifeline.org, which is a crisis lifeline. All right. So I'll put that up there. We'll show it again, I'm sure. All right. Roll on. I know this is sad, triggering story, but there is a purpose for this. And if we can get one thing good out of today's topic, we can spread awareness. All right. This is just terrible. Yes, Sadie's mama. Pray. You got to pray because today we're going to watch something really hard to watch. There's 111 people here in chat. So if you do me a favor, say a quick prayer for justice for Michaela Reigns and family. All right. All right, guys. Yeah, this is there's a lot of people that are just devastated by this. And I didn't watch her, I didn't know her, but I gotta tell you, I can connect with what she's going through, what she went through, and just for the love of humanity and people, I don't understand why this happens. All right, so let's get to it. Thank you guys for being here, and trigger warning for everything today.
Death of a YouTube star with millions of followers. She was just 31. Her story raising new awareness about the dangers of online harassment. This morning, the death of a beloved animal rescuer is casting a light on cyberbullying.
Hey guys, I'm introducing our newest rescue group.
Michaela Raines, founder of Save a Fox, amassed more than 6 million social media followers, sharing her life caring for rescued foxes and other animals.
We are with Chowder and Cassie.
Reigns' husband announcing in a video that Michaela, who he says struggled with depression and borderline personality disorder, died by suicide.
For a few years, a group of people...
And there's going to be an entire video from her channel that we're going to play. It's important that you guys do stay here. I hope you stay today and watch everything that I present because it's very important. All right, we're just glossing over it with him, but when you hear the entire story, you're going to probably click and say, man, this has happened to me, or my children are going through this, or I can relate. Thankful and grateful. It's exactly why I'm subbed to your channel, your empathy and kindness. And thank you. Very beautiful, very kind, very sincere. I don't think she deserved this at all. I don't see 1 ounce of her that deserved any of this.
Had been throwing dirt on Michaela's name.
Ethan says online bullying was a factor.
Most of these are people she knew, and some of them are other animal sanctuaries. They consistently spread ridiculous claims and rumors. She felt as if the entire world had turned against her.
Cyberbullying is often seen as a teenage issue, and while nearly half of U.S. teens have faced it, surveys show so have 41% of adults and 95% of online.
That's a huge number. It literally says this morning, YouTube star's death puts spotlight on cyberbullying. And if I can just reach one person that didn't know about this or had no idea, I did my job today. Look at those numbers, guys. I had no clue, right? I wish I would have known, but now I know.
And creators.
If you only have negative garbage to say, just shut up.
This year, First Lady Melania Trump revived her Be Best campaign with a renewed focus on online safety.
The widespread presence of abusive behavior in the digital domain affects the daily lives of our children, families, and communities.
Raines leaves behind her husband, their daughter, and the sanctuary she poured her life into.
I'm confident we can bring more light to this world, and we'll be doing it for Mikayla.
If you or someone you know
All right. Yeah, we'll let him
is
say.
struggling, call or text 988 for free confidential support.
All right.
We're back with the death of a YouTube.
Into the next one. Again, I'm going to try not to play that word, but it happens, guys. This is what happens when you take your life. It's actually called SUICIDE, which we're going to hear many times more. So trigger warning today, and I'm going to show you. We're going to watch it all the way through, Sammy. There's the video that he cried through. We're going to watch it after this, after I show you the Save a Fox 2.5 million YouTube channel. Okay. And I want you guys to understand that it's very sad. It's a little depressing, but it's eye-opening. What's up, Tiff Knox? Good to see you, my friend. And I do want you to know this is the exact same kind of cyber harassment and bullying that I've been going through. Exactly. Minus I don't have depression. I don't take medication for depression, and I haven't done therapy in a really long time. So luckily I don't have any of these issues, but bullying is real and it's hard and you don't know what to do. There's like nowhere to turn to. All right. And that's what it feels like. What's up, Patricia? All right, let's go. Hold on. It's still saying downloading.
Person you're looking at right now meant a lot to a lot of people. Millions of people knew her face, her name, and her mission. Her name was Michaela Reigns, and she was relentless in her work saving animals. She created Save a Fox Rescue in Minnesota when she was 20 years old, so 9 years ago. Hundreds, if not more than that, rescues later, she became a YouTube star with 2.5 million subscribers just south of the Twin Cities. Hundreds of thousands of subscribers on Instagram. And her husband told the world last night that she's gone.
All right, we're going to go past that because we're going to watch the whole thing. I just want you to see this clip about her, and then we're going to go to Save a Fox, and you're going to listen to it. Hopefully you guys stay here and listen to it with me. It's very eye-opening, guys.
Activity she was getting online, she took her own life. He says her struggle was constant. She had some mental health issues, and that may have made her more vulnerable to the cruelty.
But you're also going to watch videos of her as she melts down and talks about what's happening to her. So you're actually going to get a video where she talks about what happens. And she didn't say that she wanted to take her life. There wasn't a warning sign that I can see in here that was like, oh, she might take her life. Tiff says we clearly have a problem, not just the people who are being bullied. What is wrong with the bullies? Exactly. And there's nothing that we can do about that except spread awareness and hope that the next person that decides to be a keyboard warrior and say something awful, maybe they'll decide against it. All right. Maybe they will, maybe they won't.
One most definitely encounters with a life lived very much online, but offline, she gave all she could to the animals she dedicated her life to saving with her husband and her family. Her husband, Ethan, says he's going to continue Michaela's mission in that work as the only living parent left to their young daughter. So what do we do with this kind of information, this tragedy?
Really?
I guess I hope it gives us all pause when we are online making our comments, our hot takes. A pause to remember there is a person on the other side of that screen, and we have no idea the battles they face when they read the.
Exactly. All right. Actually, I'm going to hop to her. They won't even let me download this video. It's Save a Fox founder Mikayla Raines breaks down in an emotional video after she faces online harassment. Then I'm going to take you to her channel. We're going to listen to the husband. We have much more here. So please buckle up, stay here, and spread this, please. All right, let's get to this one. I don't want to miss this video. They wouldn't let me download it, so I want to make sure I get this shared with you. There's the crisis lifeline. I can't even say that word on YouTube. SUICIDE, which is ridiculous because YouTube causes lots of bullying and they don't prevent it, guys. They really don't do anything to help. When you go to YouTube and you say to them, this is going on, they say take a number, sit down, and then they come back and they don't do anything. So it's really interesting that they're trying to keep this away. All right. And we're going to watch this together, Patty, and you're going to see what's happening. She just took her life this Monday, and they're absolutely going to investigate this. And that's why we ask for justice for Mikayla Raines. All right. All right. And April, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I think the best thing to do with people that harass and send hate, the best thing to try to do is ignore them, but then you have to eat it. You have to sit there and ponder on the stuff they said and live with the toxicity. And it's not good. All right. What's up, Marcy? Good to see you. And everybody that I haven't seen in a while, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Let's listen to her. Obviously, this was close to when she took her life. I do have the very last video that she did, but stay here.
And the foxes do too. But I don't want to do this anymore. And I don't think I can handle it. And I wouldn't just leave the foxes hanging. You know, I wouldn't just leave them without having someone to take my place, or like some sort of backup or a place for them to go. I wouldn't do that. There would still be a Save a Fox, but I just don't know if I can be a part of it, because I'm just not the same person I used to be.
Remember, guys, she started taking care of foxes at 14 years old. And at 20, she started Save a Fox Foundation and is very successful. She was very successful, but hopefully we can help her husband live on and hold on and finish the legacy that she started. All right. Yeah, she broke her promise, and she obviously was hurting. When you listen here, what's happening with her, you would probably think twice for anybody that's going to send the nasty message to somebody.
When I was younger and a fox would pass away, obviously I would take it really hard. But I would bounce back. But I think just like all the trauma of loss over the years, like I'm not bouncing back anymore.
That happens.
I don't feel passion.
All right, guys, this is online bullying. So when you ask where the harassers stem from, online, Sam, the harassers stem from online friends, online organizations that wanted to be as successful as Mikayla, but weren't. Again, I give you a heavy trigger warning. She suffered a double betrayal from other foundations and friends that she thought were friends that used her words against her and made her feel like this, guys. Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate that. No, they don't care. I don't know if they care, but I don't think most of them do.
Or happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Or like drive to keep going. I just feel a lot of pain.
She's 29 years old, guys.
Sometimes I just need to speak my truth. And a lot of people say that this is a dream job. What I do is amazing. It looks like so much fun. And most of it is not. Most of it's not fun. Foxes are my favorite animal. I'm really blessed that I get to work with them. But you guys only see what you see from a social media perspective. And I work so much that the time I actually get to spend with my animals is time I spend recording my time with them, which really actually just takes away the moment, because I have to be so focused on recording the moment so that everyone else can see it, so that we can get donations, that I never actually get to have the good moments with them anymore. Because if I choose to have my own moments with them and not record. That is money that could have been raised for the animals. So
now wait until you hear her husband. If you guys are sad now and you hear her husband pleading, you're going to be a lot more. She took her own life on Monday, guys, or Monday. It was announced that she took her own life due to online bullying. Right now, this is happening right now. All right. If you go on YouTube and you look at your live streams, you're going to see bullying happening almost at every moment of the day on YouTube, because creators are attacking other creators at this very moment. Okay. All right, let's keep going. We got a lot to cover today.
of course, I'm always going to choose to try to raise money for the animals, but it's exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time since I've been able to just hang out with them and not have to worry about making content. But if I don't make content, we don't raise funds. That's just the fact of how it is.
And then you raise funds, folks, and you have people calling you a grifter. And you have people saying that you're doing nefarious things. And you have people sending the IRS to you. All right. So that's what happens there. And it's a vicious cycle. Absolutely. And she was caught in it. She felt trapped and like she didn't have anywhere to go. So yes, this is YouTube star Mikayla Raines, death by bullying, owner of Save a Fox. This is what she discussed right before she took her life. I have one other video later on that shows the last video that she ever filmed before she took her life.
Like 90%, I feel like 90% of our funds are made through the social media content we make. So it really sucks. I don't have a ton of time to spend with my animals. I know social media might make it look like I'm hanging out with animals all day, but I'm working or making content for everyone else to watch. I mean, having fun with the animals, but I can't really enjoy it when I'm just looking at a screen, trying to make sure they're centered in it. And that's how I'm feeling tonight. Yep.
Michaela Reigns, founder of the popular animal rescue organization Save a Fox and a well-known YouTuber, has died by suicide. Her husband, Ethan Reigns, confirmed in a heartbreaking video uploaded to the Save a Fox YouTube channel on June 23, 2025. Michaela, who is known for her tireless work rescuing and caring for foxes and other exotic.
It's also interesting that almost every single channel that I found that was covering this for some weird reason is somebody that's doing AI. It's really weird. Like almost everybody narrating these things weren't people. So I'm really so glad today to bring this to you and for me to talk about it with you, because this just happens all day, every day. This doesn't have anything to do, folks, with the fact that she's an animal rescue person. You know what it has to do with? Online bullying and harassment. All right. That's and you're going to hear that next by her husband. All right. Yeah, I do too. But all of them are like that. I hate that too, but for some reason, that's why I'm covering it even more so. I was really hell-bent on covering this today.
Animals had been battling severe mental health conditions, including depression, autism, and borderline personality disorder. According to Ethan, despite years of therapy and various medications, she continued to struggle with daily life and emotional regulation. They spread false rumors. And being the sensitive person she was, it deeply affected her, Ethan said. She tried for years to push through the pain, but this time it was too much. Michaela is survived by Ethan, their daughter Freya, and the many animals she cared for at Save a Fox's Minnesota and Florida locations. Ethan has vowed to continue her legacy and the mission of the rescue. Fans and fellow animal lovers expressed shock and sorrow online, paying tribute to Michaela's impact on the rescue community. Mikayla Raines, founder of Minnesota Save a Fox, Wildlife Finnegan, Dixie Rescue, died by suicide. Husband mourn her death. Through engaging in educational content, Save a Fox became a viral sensation across social media platforms.
Right?
The rescue's TikTok and YouTube channels amassed millions of views, as viewers around the world fell in love with the fox's playful antics.
How could you not love looking at this woman smiling and caring for these animals the way she did, which we're going to show more of that so you can see how she interacts with them, right? All right. And I know this is a heavy topic today, guys. So come on, let's get up, hit the like button. If you have somebody next to you, tell them you love them. If you have an ongoing beef with someone, stop it now because it's not good. All right. All right. Let's keep going.
Emotional transformations, and quirky personalities. Foxes like Finnegan, Dixie, Michaela's beloved pet foxes, became internet stars in their own right. But behind the entertaining clips was a powerful message to raise awareness about the fur trade, the dangers of exotic pet ownership, and the plight of animals bred for human use. Michaela used her platform not for fame, but to educate, advocate, and save lives. Michaela Reigns was not just an animal lover. She was a trailblazer in fox rescue.
And that's a really good, and this is why I love my crime crew, folks. I love reading what you say. I love when we only have 141 people in here today, but you know what? I can see what you're saying. I can interact. And I think that's the best thing about my channel is you guys. All right. So Patty, you're absolutely right. In the case of Tiger King, they did have a war and a beef, and the whole Tiger King situation happened because there was another person that was online bullying, but she wanted her rescue to be all right. So that was a deal, and that's interesting. But today we talk about online bullying and cyber harassment. That is ultimately what took her life, and you're going to hear that all the rest of the show. All right, let's keep going.
Through her organization Save a Fox, she helped rescue hundreds of foxes from fur farms, breeders, and private ownership, giving them a second chance at life in sanctuaries and loving homes. Her dedication to transparency, proper licensing, and ethical animal care helped set a gold standard for rescues nationwide. What made Michaela truly unique was her ability to connect with people through social media, educating the public about the harsh realities of the fur trade while also showcasing the quirky, lovable personalities of the foxes in her care. Her videos and posts amassed a loyal following, creating a movement rooted in awareness, empathy, and action. Behind Michaela's vibrant smile and seemingly boundless energy was a woman, quietly struggling with the
See, there's always a way out of that. And Mo, you're absolutely right. I've been there. I'm still there. I'm trying to move out of it by not discussing it. Now, today I'm discussing it because it connects with this episode. You're not going to hear me talk about it when I talk about a missing person tomorrow, or I talk about children we need to find. But today we're talking about death by bullying, and particularly on YouTube. All right. But any social media content creator, 95% of them have experienced bullying. And I didn't know that. So before you go and get your microphone out and get your camera, make sure that your mental health is okay. Because that was one of the questions I should have asked myself before I started as well. All right. Let's keep going. We got a lot today.
The mental health challenges that often plague those in high-stress, emotionally demanding professions. As Juniper Russo, executive director of For Fox's Sake Wildlife Rescue, shared in a moving tribute, Michaela's death echoes a tragic pattern seen far too often among animal rescuers. In a heartbreaking post shared by For Fox's Sake on Facebook, Russo wrote, "Michaela Reigns passed away in the manner that so many rescuers do, losing a lifelong battle with mental illness. Despite frequent misunderstandings, harsh criticism, and online harassment, Michaela never stopped fighting for animals, often at the expense of her own well-being." About a year before her passing, Michaela was given what appeared to be a dream opportunity, the chance to shut down a fur farm and rescue 500 foxes. It was a massive, unprecedented undertaking, one that reflected both her deep commitment and the immense pressure she faced.
All right, we're going to listen to some more about it, but I'm going to stop this so I can get to her husband. Got to listen to that. It's going to clear some things up. Thank you so much, Synth, for gifting a Guilty of Crime membership. I know I ask the same people each day, so I thank you so much. If you don't have the means, please don't do it. Don't put yourself out. If you do, get yourself a membership or gift one. I appreciate it, and it helps the channel. So thank you, Synth. All right, I want to take you to her channel now. I don't want to run out of time. I want to take you to her channel, and I want to show you what I'd like you to do when we're done here. I'd like you to go over to at Save a Fox. I put that in my description. Okay. I put it in my description. It's called just at like YouTube, and Save a Fox. Let me make it bigger for you so you can see it. 2.46 million subscribers, 1.7 thousand videos. And here's the latest videos. We have 2 videos. One that is for joining the celebration of life in Minnesota rescue, and this rest in peace. This is the entire video for the rest in peace to Mikayla. Now, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I'd like you just to see something real quickly, like her interacting with it and interacting with the fox. And then I'm going to show you, listen, this was 2 weeks ago when she was doing, she was doing a fundraiser, guys. She was literally raising funds for these foxes 2 weeks ago. And today she's no longer alive. Okay. She was raising money. She had 142,000 that she was raising for these foxes. I want you to see how she interacts with them. And I want you to see what I'm talking about when you see somebody calling somebody on YouTube a grifter or a scammer, or they're talking shit about somebody's money, their children, their life. That's why it happens. She was raising money for the foxes, and they're over there saying she's doing something nefarious. Lynn, a new very important story, bullying, harassment that took her life by her own hands. Thank you. Welcome, Vermont. All right, let's watch this for a minute, and then I'm going to get to her husband, the entire video, not just a clip. I do want you to make sure you go over, and I'd like her channel to hit 2.5 million. They are taking donations. The husband does want to continue to help these foxes. You can see here what she raised. There's donations. You can go direct. But look at this beautiful lady. Only 2 weeks ago, you never would have thought she was hurting like this.
All right, I am here in Finney's yard, and we are with Chowder and Cassie, and we're going to introduce them to the adult foxes. So they're already really excited. So let's see how they do. Are you ready, Serafina? All right, Floofy, go see your babies.
Hold on real quick. Last video.
Aha! Mutt, you're being chased.
All right, so I just wanted you to see what she does. That's what she's doing. I mean, look at that. Look at what she's doing. Look at how she trains those animals, and look at what her soul is kind. She talks sweet. Look at that. That's beautiful. Who would do that? Look at that. I mean, tell me that's not awesome. My daughter and I sponsor foxes from her. That's awesome. Yeah, that was a lady named Michelle. I can't remember her last name, but let me lower this while I talk. All right, let's watch the foxes for a minute while I talk about this, guys. What a gentle soul. So beautiful. 14 years old. Tell me you wouldn't be proud of your child for building an empire starting at 14 years old. And at 20, she did this for herself, you guys. All right. Now, Michelle Carter was the first person to have any repercussions for doing a thing where she sent text messages to her boyfriend and had him take his own life. Now, we don't even know why Michelle Carter did this, but she pushed him to the brink of taking his own life. But look at this. I mean, thank you for subscribing to her channel. Look at what this beautiful lady, beautiful soul is doing there. I mean, that's what she's doing. She's interacting with them. We heard her saying that she has to film, so she doesn't get to live in the moment. I understand that too. But look at that. I mean, just awesome, man. That's beautiful, guys. Just a moment of peace, and then we'll get into the next segment. Is really hard to take. All right. Yeah. guess what? I'm going to show you that post Ocean Cat from the couple days ago where she posted. But the couple days ago, she wasn't interacting with foxes and the wolf the way that she is here. So I wanted to show you that. All right. But yes, we will see that as well. All right. I'm going to pull this down. I just really wanted you to see. I'm not going to pull this down. I'm actually going to go to the video of her husband. Trigger warning, guys. This is not easy, but it's very important to me that we watch this video all the way through. Okay. So you got 988 for the crisis lifeline, and it's available 24 hours, or you can call or text 988. Go over to Save a Fox. They're doing this right now. All right. This just happened. This video was from 3 days ago, guys. And then we'll go back to the last post that she made.
Hi, everyone. I just want to start this video out by saying parental advisory. This is not a video for children, and a trigger warning. Some of the things you're about to hear are going to be triggering for some people. I don't have approval from the board to make this video, but I have to say what needs to be said.
Go in the shower.
I have to. This is a video I never planned on making. And it's completely devastating having to sit down and write this out. But a couple days ago, Michaela Reigns passed away. This is the most hurtful and difficult time of my life, so please bear with me as I try to read this through the tears.
And we're going to watch this together, guys, so get what you need to. He's very devastated. I'm glad that we don't see what her child's going through. And that's awesome that they're live right now. I want to watch this, but I'll look at that behind the scenes.
Michaela was the most bright and shining example of what you could accomplish if you really set your mind to something. She was never held back by ideas that everyone else considered unrealistic. As many of you know, she was on the autism spectrum, and while that made her life very difficult, it allowed her to hyper-focus on one thing, and that one thing was obviously animals.
It is live. They're showing some fox den cam, which is really cool. I can show you that in a little bit. I'm sure they'll be live for a while. It's literally just foxholes going in and out. This is her husband, and his name is Ethan. She's survived by him and her 3-year-old child, Mikayla Raines, YouTube star, death by bullying. Save a Fox founder dies at 29 years old. This was 3 days ago. All right, let's keep going. Thank you, Carly.
From a young age, she dedicated every waking hour of her life to helping them, whether it was helping a snapping turtle cross the road or saving 500 foxes from a terrible fur farm. She was never in it for fame, money, or personal gain. She was truly one of the most selfless people I have ever known.
Yes. 29.
She put the animals' well-being over her own time and time again. She would forgo sleep, eating, and showering if there was an animal that needed her help. And it was not just foxes. I've seen her help birds, reptiles, sheep, squirrels. I truly believe when it came to animals, she could do anything. She would build the strongest bonds with all of the animals here, constantly working to earn their trust and create a lasting connection. Every single animal here just lost their best friend.
And he lost
And
his
over the
best
course
friend.
of her life,
Damn.
over the course of her life, she was responsible for saving into the 4 figures of animals, and all of your support made that possible. She would always love the letters that you would send, the pictures and paintings that the children made, and the kind words and comments in your posts. Her words were heard by millions and has affected more lives personally than I could ever hope to count. She was not just a rescue.
And now he's going to tell you how he wants to continue this, but I want you to know, Kel, they are investigating this situation, and hopefully they make an example and hold somebody accountable. All right. And I do see tears. I'm not sure. I don't have tears. I don't normally cry, but I do. If you look at this, if you watch the entire video and I was to make the screen big, he absolutely is crying, in my opinion. I do believe he loved her after looking into this further. I mean, I've done a real deep dive as much as I can. All right. So let's keep going. Who's fake crying? What are we talking? What? What's that about, Goldilocks? Who's fake crying? I don't think he's fake crying at all. I'm not sure if I missed something or Goldie, maybe he cried. He looks like he's crying to me. His face is red. Yeah, it's really, I don't know. I rarely cry.
Rescuer, but an advocate. Her legacy is Save a Fox. And despite her being the most important part of that,
Look at that.
I am not going to let it stop here. I will do whatever I can to see Save a Fox keep moving forward to save as many lives as possible. I gave Michaela all of my love and energy, and I will do the same with this rescue going forward. As long as you are all here to support us, we can do this. And I will try to keep the content.
I mean, I know we're used to true crime, you guys, and I really hope that we don't see something next month that says the husband was involved, he was having an affair with one of the other people that were running the foundation, and they're the ones that took her life. I really, truly hope that we don't find that out. Although right now we're finding that death by bullying is very, 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 very common. And of course, very sad. All right, let's keep going. This is just
Content coming, since that is such an important part of our funding. As long as you all can continue donating, interacting online, buying merch, and coming here for tours, we can continue to help the many helpless animals that need us and educate and bring awareness to everyone. This is what Michaela would want, and I have to see her goals and dreams be realized.
Aww.
Aside from being the amazing superhero of animals, Michaela was also a wonderful wife and a caring mother. Every day I would wake up to a list from her on exactly what we needed to accomplish in the day.
I do too, JDR.
Her work ethic was, for lack of better words, relentless. But we did everything together. Despite her pouring out.
Yeah, no, I'm just reading a comment, guys. I really have watched all this already, and I could feel it deep, cutting deep. So I don't see anything fake about this. Like I said, who knows? You know, we watch true crime all the time, and I know that nobody's bullying you, Goldilocks. Please don't bully Goldilocks. That's why I brought it up, what Goldie was saying, because I was like, hey, we watch true crime all the time, and the first person that we point to is the spouse. So you see what you see, we see what we see, and who knows, maybe there is some other something behind the scenes, but we don't know yet until the law enforcement looks deeper. Yeah, gossip is bullying. Grown adults do it all the time, but we don't do that on this channel, so that's not how we roll. I'm just observing and talking with you all about how you feel about the case, and it's okay if you feel that way, Goldie.
Out all of her love for the animals, she still found some love to give to me. I have never shared a bond with anyone the way I have with her. We spent nearly every moment of every day together, and now half of me is missing. Sorry. She had so many lofty goals and aspirations, and she would push and push until it got done. But despite all of this, she was a best friend to Freya. And every day she would teach her how to interact with, respect, and care for the animals here. They would go on pony rides together, swing in the fox yards, and take care of Freya's little cockroaches. The first thing Freya would want every morning is mommy. But through all of this, for her entire life, she struggled. She struggled with autism, with depression, with borderline personality disorder, and more. She was always in and out of different kinds of therapy, trying various mood stabilizers and meds, but nothing really seemed to help. Simple tasks were hard for her. Looking at her from the outside, you could never tell what was going on in her head, but even just socializing would send her over the edge. Looking at a cluttered restaurant menu would make her just want to leave. And wearing the jeans that she loved would give her so many sensory problems that it could ruin her entire day. And if you follow her personal page, she loved helping educate people about the problems that she and others faced on a daily basis. She would stay up late at night writing away about things out of her control and how she would attempt to cope with them. She made posts and discussed autism awareness so that it could be spread and help everyone understand just how difficult life can be for those on the spectrum. And she was so...
Yeah, I can't believe that it came to this. I mean, this is just, it seems like she did everything that she should have, and she had her husband involved, and she did her therapy, but you just don't know what. Yeah, we're absolutely watching this whole video here. I just have to interject on my thoughts about this because and that's why I played the entire video. Many news stations had clips of it, and I feel like I owe that to her when I'm covering this case to play this entire video.
So sensitive to everything, which is a double-edged sword because on one hand, it allowed her endless empathy for those in her care, but it also means that she took everything negative to heart. And now I want to talk about how words, whether spoken in person or written online, can affect someone.
Mm-hmm.
For a few years, a group of people had been throwing dirt on Mikayla's name and the rescue. Most of these are people she knew, and some of them are other animal sanctuaries.
You hear that?
They consistently spread ridiculous claims and rumors, and being the sensitive human that she was, Mikayla took it all to heart.
Yep.
And it hurt her. It hurt her a lot.
We're going to play that next.
But she pushed through. For years, she pushed through the pain of people trying to bring her down and the mental challenges she faced. And she still rescued hundreds of animals and changed the lives of so many. But recently, more of the rude words, accusations, and name-calling came from some of those she considered close friends. I think all of this stems from jealousy and envy.
There it is,
But
guys.
she felt as if the entire world had turned against her. She had always battled with borderline personality disorder causing emotional instability, as well as impulsive behaviors. But this time it went too far.
I wonder what happened.
She couldn't bear what she was feeling any longer.
I wonder if there's a direct correlation, you guys, between something that happened, like on her last post, which we're going to watch, or if it was a culmination of things that was happening and it just caved in at this point, because it really does seem like she was trying to save herself and she just couldn't. I can't imagine feeling that way, guys. I really can't.
And she ended her life. And it breaks my heart that someone who is selfless and devoted her life to animals could have so much negativity pointed at her.
Yes.
Why? That's all I can ask is why.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a world that's filled with darkness, she was just light. She was just light. And to those of you that pushed her to this, every one of you that had been responsible for making her feel this way, I wish.
Exactly, Goldilocks.
I wish you had to see me find her. And I wish you had to watch me perform CPR on her for 15 minutes until the first responders arrived. And I wish you had to watch helplessly as paramedics attempted to revive her lifeless body.
Damn.
And I wish you had to hear this.
Yeah, this is the hard part here, guys. He was doing CPR for 15 minutes in hopes that he could save her life. And no ifs, ands. Thank you for covering this. I followed Save a Fox for 3 years. I believe she was bullied online. She mentioned it before. In my opinion, aren't there online bully laws? I hope he and the law pursues it. Now, the law did say that they did mention they're pursuing it. But I got to tell you, these online laws are trash, you guys. These online laws are made for bullies. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. They make it so difficult for the person that's getting bullied, harassed, and stalked. They make it difficult for anything to happen. All right, so it's terrible. And I hope that we're able to make a change with something this big happening, with this kind of shift in the YouTube universe. Look at what happened with Manny and what's that guy's name? Manny and Vinny, the YouTube online shooting that happened. Come on. We can do better.
The screams and the cries of her family. I wish you had to see tiny heartbroken Freya try to understand why she could never see her mommy again. I wish you understood what you were doing before you did it, before it had to go this far. And I wish you understood that words do have real and terrible consequences. If you only have negative garbage to say, just shut up.
Shut the F up, you should say.
And if you are feeling lost and hopeless, please reach out to someone, whether it's friends and family or calling a hotline. And to everyone else, please keep an eye on those around you. Look for the signs because they are there. Do something or say something before it's too late.
See something, say something, do something. He basically said, see something, say something, but he also said, he didn't say see something, say something. He said, see something and do something, which is absolutely right. Now, I don't think that anybody could have imagined that this beautiful young soul would have done this, but we don't know how bad she looked like. Beautiful every day, right? You can't tell.
Despite this being the biggest loss of my life and feeling like I have a literal hole in my chest, I will not let Michaela's light be extinguished, and I won't let negativity win, and I won't let her mission fall apart. I am going to continue to push to rescue the remaining fur farm foxes, and after that, save as many animals as possible. But I will need your help. As long as you guys will continue to support all of us here at Save a Fox, we will keep pushing forward. I'm confident we can bring more light to this world, and we'll be doing it for Michaela. For now, we all just need some space and some privacy, but I'll soon discuss a day where everyone can come here and pay their final respects. And I'm just going to end it with, I love you, Michaela. I will always love you so much. And I miss you.
3 days ago, guys. 3 days ago. All right. Let's stop that. This was more,
her life
too. This more from the channel. Let me pull it back so I can pull myself back up and take a look. All right, so we are on the Save a Fox channel. They are live right now. So let me just show you what they're streaming. If you know anything about this channel or you watch the channel, there it is. They're putting a cam on. So you guys go over there and support Save a Fox channel. Absolutely. We absolutely all put a smile on every day, especially content creators. Us content creators still have to go on and do what we need to do. Everybody that's online, if you're doing anything online, that's right. All right. So that's they're live right now. Not much is happening. Absolutely prayer for him and his daughter. All right. So nothing's happening on their live stream right now. It's their camera where they set up for the foxes to come. It's called the Fox Den Cam. All right. So that's their channel. We're going to stop this. I'm going to show you her last heartbreaking video before she takes her life. All right, let's take a look. I couldn't even download this. Well, there it goes. It finally downloaded. All right.
How draining it is to do social media and do content in order to raise funds for the rescue. There were a lot of great suggestions, but believe me, it's not anything that I haven't thought of, and a lot of it is not realistic.
I did post the number.
People suggested, other people coming out to do videos of the animals and stuff. And yeah, some people could come and make a little videos here and there, but these are not dogs and cats. Other people can't just come in and pet them and interact with them and make them laugh. No one else can interact with or play with the jackals the way I can, or the coyote the way I can, or the mink the way I can. Like, I've created bonds with these animals because I've had them from a baby. Someone would literally have to be living in my shoes in order to get the video clips that I get of these animals, because they are bonded to me, and that's what people want to see. People would have to be living in my house, sleeping in my bed to be able to get these videos. And it's not realistic. Right, little Nimbus? Other people can't just come and get the content that I can. And that doesn't mean that there aren't volunteers that help with, taking some photos here and there and posting on our Patreon page and our sponsors group page, but no one loves these animals as much as me. Someone is not going to come in here and live in my shoes and volunteer to do what I do, because they don't.
Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, what she was doing, she wrote a children's book about Finnegan Fox and Stuffies and awareness. It's like she did everything right, it seems. But what went wrong, guys? I don't understand what went wrong. Shelly says, please reach out for help if you need help and struggle mentally. Please, there's help and people who care. Absolutely. And I put the number up there. You can text or you can call if you have thoughts of harming yourself. All right, Rebecca, not near a computer to give memberships, so we'll do the next best thing. Well, thank you so much for the $4.99 super sticker. I'll go ahead and gift a membership while we're watching this. All right, thank you so much. We love our members. All right, let's go. Thank you, Rebecca.
Have the passion. They don't care about this place as much as I do. No one cares about this place as much as I do. If I broke it down for how much I work, I get paid $5 an hour to do everything I do.
Amen,
and I
sister.
work from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. And my interactions with the animals at this point, even though they are bonding with me,
yeah, guys, when you have a passion for something, I hope every single one of you knows what passion is for something. It doesn't matter if you have a passion for your job, or you have a passion for your children, or you have a passion for crocheting or painting something. When you have a passion, guys, it's not even about how much time you put into it. It's putting the time into it and getting it out there and doing it. And I believe that she did have passion for it. And like she said, she did everything she could, and I don't see it. Love you too, Goldilocks. Thank you so much. And I support you and everybody else in here. I support you. I support what you say. And I do not condone any kind of bullying or harassing or any of that. You guys know that. All right. You guys know we all love you here on this channel. And we don't judge people like that. I think that's why people come to this channel. All right. And Sadie's mama, I know. That's why I try to check on you every day. I check my text messages and try to reach out to you.
Focus is taking videos of them bonding with me, so I'm not living in that moment. Hopefully in the future we could have enough funds so that I can not have to solely rely on making content in order to fundraise, but that is not a point we're at right now. So I appreciate your thoughts and concerns and suggestions, but a lot of it is not possible. People can't just come and pet these animals because they are wild animals, and most of them only like me or like maybe one other caretaker. So
crocheting.
Thank you for supporting in any ways. Love you guys.
YouTuber Mikayla Raines, the founder of Save a Fox Rescue, has died by suicide at the age of 29. Her husband, Ethan Raines, confirmed the heartbreaking news in an emotional video posted on the
which we just watched a video. I don't like the AI thing, guys, but I'm trying to get this episode out to you and really express how I feel about this situation. And if one person can understand that this online bullying and harassment is happening to a lot of people I see in chat, it's happening to that are saying it's happening right now or every day. And I'm telling you what's happening. That I'm going to gift you guys. I didn't gift a membership a minute ago, but I am going to gift a membership now. I don't want to forget. So I'm going to do that right now so I can get to the next thing. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. I hope somebody that gets the membership really does use it and want to use it. We're going to do a members only chat later on this week, guys. All right. So let's keep going. Let me press play here.
Save A, Fox YouTube and Instagram accounts. Mikayla had been silently struggling with severe mental health issues, including depression, autism, and borderline personality disorder. Despite years of therapy and medication, her pain became too much to bear. Ethan said, as many of you know, she was on the autism spectrum. That made her life very difficult, but also gave her the ability to hyper-focus on one thing, and that one thing was animals. From a young age, Mikayla dedicated her life to saving animals, not for fame, not for money, but out of pure love. She rescued over 500 foxes from fur.
Remember, I think there's going to be more coverage very soon. This just happened and was announced on Monday. Today's Thursday, so I really do hope that other content creators cover this topic, regardless of the fact that it's not going to be monetized because of the freaking words that happened. That's what happened. Opals, it's really hard to get justice online. You're absolutely right. I can tell you that right now. And it's not even about being from different states and communities, because you can find these people, Opal. It's not that hard to find the people. It's about what the police, law enforcement, and FBI cyber crimes do with the information. All right. So I got to tell you, if people that are bullying, people that bully me, people that bully other people, I'm telling you, it's not that hard to find out who you are, guys. Just because we don't say it out loud doesn't mean we don't know.
Farms, helped turtles cross roads, and gave abandoned exotic animals a second chance. In 2016, she founded Save a Fox Rescue, now the largest fox rescue organization in the United States. Her viral videos made foxes like Finnegan Fox, Dixie Doe, and Vixie beloved internet stars. But behind the smiles and laughter, Mikayla was suffering. Ethan's voice cracked as he said, "We've suffered a loss that is unimaginable. Mikayla was the most amazing and inspiring person I've ever known. Everything feels empty without her." He has promised to continue her mission and asked for the public's support to carry her dream forward. Michaela Reigns was born on March 5th, 1996. She died on June 23rd, 2025.
There you go, guys. This happened 3 days ago. All right. They got a thing here that says who took her life, which I have a feeling it's some kind of clickbait.
Who killed Michaela?
But yeah, it's going to talk about, let me just play it real quick since it does. They're just going to say online bullying.
Reigns. This question shocked everyone. A girl who spent her life saving animals, who smiled in every video, suddenly gone. Her husband, Ethan Raines, shared an emotional video announcing her death by suicide.
Hey,
but the internet wasn't ready to accept it. Rumors started spreading. Some said she was poisoned. Others blamed her husband. People wanted to believe there was something darker behind her death. But was there? Before we go further, we ask you to please subscribe to our channel.
All right,
Your support helps us bring the truth forward. Now back.
Definitely very clickbaity on that. All right. So I got one more clip for you. I want to make sure that we are able to capture this, and then I'll let you guys get back to your regular, whatever you're doing.
Media. Her husband said that she tragically took her own life. Fox 9's Karen Scullin joining us with more on the loss and why.
By the way, thank you so much, Barbara Chubb, for becoming a member. Thank you guys for being here. I hope that one person, if it just got to one person that understand what was happening in here, thank you. And I really did not want that conversation. I really hope you guys are okay in chat. It's hard for me to see exactly what's going on. Cheeky, that's okay. Goldilocks, if anybody's bullying you in here, I want to know. I don't think they were. I hope I'm coming across wrong, you guys, because we don't want to do that. We don't do that here on Guilty of Crime. All right. Her obituary has a petition attached to it. It's highly recommended. Everyone sign it. Now, Hound Lover, I'd be happy to put that up if you let me know. I didn't call you out. I called out the fact that I don't want people talking like that to anybody with their own comments. So me saying that Goldilocks feels like the husband didn't have real tears, I can see it in chat that you said that. And Goldilocks, I stand with you when I say that if he had fake tears, then maybe we'll find out later that something happened, because we all watch true crime here. And the first person we look at is the husband. And it's a very real possibility that next week we're going to hear, oh, damn, look at what happened. The husband was having an affair. This happened 3 days ago. So it could well come out that the husband was having an affair with somebody, and you just don't know, Goldilocks. Your opinions are very valid. And what I'm saying is it's a possibility of what you're saying that could be. We are in the true crime community. All right. So I stand with all of you and your own opinions, and we can agree to disagree. I didn't even disagree with you. I said there's a good possibility that next week we're going to hear that the husband had something to do with it. And yes, Jesus, take the wheel from me. Let's finish this up. And I hope the point got across today. I really tried my best here,
her husband
guys.
believes online bullying may have played a part in her death. Karen?
Michaela Raines had a lot of fans following her on social media, but first and foremost, she had a family and a rescue that she cared deeply about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, according to her husband, recent online comments just went too far.
Here with Chowder and Cassie.
With 2.5 million followers on YouTube, she was known for her love of animals and her Save a Fox rescue in Faribault. But now Michaela Reigns is being remembered for those efforts.
This is the most hurtful and difficult time of my life, so please bear with me.
Her husband, Ethan Frankamp, posting a video saying Michaela died by suicide and that she was living with autism and suffering from mental health issues, but also was dealing with online bullying.
For a few years, a group of people had been throwing dirt on Michaela's name and the rescue. Most of these are people she knew, and some of them are other animal sanctuaries.
And recently, he says, it had gotten worse.
And I wish you understood that words do have real and terrible consequences. If you only have negative garbage to say, just shut up.
Her videos touching millions.
Exactly. To anybody that has negative garbage to say, just shut up. You don't know what anybody is going through. All right. Nobody knows what anybody's going through. Here in Guilty of Crime, we follow crimes and cases. And many times we do talk about the person that we blast or the people that are either convicted or are under suspicion of being convicted, and we'll joke around. We do the arrest Jen Soto potato. We talk crap about that, but we never bully anybody, and we never want to make anybody become a victim, because we don't know what anybody's going through. So please take that away with this.
26,000 comments on her husband's post, including, "My heart is destroyed. Good night, Michaela. You were far, far too good for this evil world. Love from Scotland." And "My dad loved watching her videos while he was dying of cancer. Beautiful girl inside and out. People are disgusting. What a sad day." It wasn't just animals for Michaela either. She was also a devoted mother, her young daughter now forced to live without her.
I wish you had to see tiny, heartbroken Freya try to understand why she could never see her mommy again. I wish you understood what you were doing before you did it, before it had to go this far.
In 2023, Fox 9 reported on how the Save a Fox rescue was committed to taking in 500 animals from a fur farm. Now her husband plans to continue that effort, raising money and caring for animals the way Michaela did.
I'm confident we can bring more light to this world, and we'll be doing it for Michaela.
Now, Ethan Frankamp is still collecting donations and planning to rescue the rest of those foxes at the fur farm, carrying on Michaela's legacy. If you or someone you know needs help or is considering suicide, you can call or text 988 for help.
All right, that's 988. And this video, actually, there's a rescuing a bobcat 5 days ago, guys. What happened between the 5 days? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I got to just do one more. I really want to document this. This was 5 days ago here on her channel. And what happened between the time she was there and when she took her life? Just watch this real quick. I really want to watch this, rescuing a bobcat.
Mira, everybody. She came from that big rescue group that I have been slowly but surely introducing you guys to.
Oh man.
She is in heat right now.
Hey, God's daughter. Good to see you.
So Mira is about 11 years old. She's very sweet for a bobcat. She is going to need a toe amputation from what we have seen from her x-rays. And we are just asking if you guys can help with her first vet bill. She is going to be going to the big cat sanctuary in
All right, so somebody in chat said that it takes a lot for an animal rescue, and that I would absolutely agree with. It takes a lot just to run a freaking YouTube channel and have a website and do all this stuff. Imagine having to do vet bills for these. You know how much vet bills are, right? So imagine her finishing up this video asking help to get the animals towed, amputated, and then going off a line, right? Going offline and someone bullying her, calling her a freaking grifter or a liar or she's scamming. Could you imagine? She looks so passionate. I guess there are a lot of people that are envious of someone having a job and I don't understand why. Good night, Teresa. Thank you. Everybody who's here. We're about to wrap this up after this video. You guys, if you just came in and you're new to my channel, please do me a favor and subscribe and make sure you check your notifications so you can see when I'm going live.
Minnesota, just because we don't have
Thank you, Oprah.
time and space and funds to keep her, unfortunately, as much as we want to, because who wouldn't want a bobcat that's
right
this sweet? Look at her. She's so sweet. I mean, she's in heat, so she's even more sweet. But if you could consider making a donation, that would be great. She is a wonderful girl. When we brought her here, Katie, our animal caretaker that's making this video, literally put up this enclosure in one night while it was like pouring rain, nearly by herself.
Aww.
So that's pretty impressive.
Oh, listen, Shelly, people in the community don't even pay attention to what they're saying. It doesn't even need to make any sense. They can literally throw an accusation out right now if she's not alive any longer, but someone could literally look at her pen and say, I saw that same pen online and it costed, $500 and she's asking for 5,000. I mean, people don't have a merit or basis for bullying. It's just people that are behind a keyboard that feel shitty about themselves and they want to spread it to other people. So don't think that it's even probably personal. I think people just get a vendetta at some point. And also there's parasocial people that think that maybe they know her and they connected with her and maybe she didn't answer them on an email and all of a sudden they have a vendetta against her. That's how bad it is. So I want you to be aware of that. It doesn't take much for this to happen.
You're welcome. And we're gonna miss her. We really wish we could keep her. But we know she's going to a good place that probably has boy bobcats, and she might have a friend once she's spayed.
Thank you.
And I'm sure she'll love that. So everyone give a round of applause.
Okay. Round of applause. Aww. I love cats. Look at the cat. It's purring.
Thank you guys for supporting us. We could always use the extra support. So anything you can give, even if it's $1, it helps us. And it will help with Mira's initial rescue costs and vet visits. So thank you guys so much.
Aww. Yeah, you heard the purr? Aww.
Backgrounds are all really blunt. You guys didn't trim them, did you? I don't think so.
Just a few minutes, folks. I'm so compelled to document this.
It's the 4th total.
Remember, this was 5 days ago. The husband needs to continue doing this. Yes. Yes.
How confident are we of her weight? It looks like there is some sclerosis here. unfortunately, she started moving, and I cannot show you the other one.
Oh, listen up, folks. I don't think she was scamming either. I just made up a scenario because I'm just talking about the topic at hand. She was bullied for many things, and I'm just relating as a content creator. The number one rumor about content creators is that they're grifting. And she talked about having to raise money earlier. She said she got into it and then she realized how much money it takes. So she didn't get to enjoy the animals. Instead, she had to show people what happened and then say, hey, can you please donate to the channel? Listen, bullies ended her life according to this documentation on YouTube star Mikayla Raines' death by bullying. So I just made up in my head scenarios that would happen behind the scenes that probably happened to her. I don't really know exactly what happened to her. Now, Nurse says on June 19th, she posted a message about rumors and post bashing on her personal Facebook page. And boy, can I only imagine what people were saying about her. That's what I'm saying. And you say, can someone ask Jay to check her Instabox? YouTube won't let me send a super chat. I'm not sure what Instabox. You mean my email? I can check my email, Hound Lover. I'm not sure how else to do it, but let's finish playing this. I was just giving you guys a scenario. I'm not saying that happened. I don't actually know. This only happened days ago, and all the information is not yet out.
For comparison, but normally we should not be quite this closely adhered between the first metacarpal and the phalanges of the dew claw. So, but the toe is otherwise normal and the nail is intact. This metacarpus is very thin. This metacarpus is abnormally shaped. This metacarpus is mostly normal.
Ding, ding, ding. Bingo. Silent Storm 1313. There was some bullying that was calling for Save a Fox by the IRS from people that don't know firsthand what it takes to run a rescue full time. Like I said, as a content creator, the number one tactic for content creators is for somebody to say that you're scamming money or you're a grifter. So I could only imagine that they went and turned her in to the IRS, and she probably felt like she was drowning. I mean, look, you guys, I don't even know if I told you right before I went to on my little mini vacay, I had Cars for Kids asking me when they're going to pick up my car. Literally, somebody called Cars for Kids and told them that I had my car to donate to them and they were going to come pick up my car. Okay. So I know what happens behind the scenes and I can only imagine what kind of crap. Yeah, I didn't know about the IRS, but I was just giving you a scenario about what happens to YouTube creators and the kind of trash that people spread. All right, I'll check my Instagram, Hound Lover, while I play this. I just have a really good understanding of what people say.
I think this is sclerosis right here. I don't think there's a lytic lesion in here. Up here is kind of nasty. So here's the end of the metacarpal bones. And then this is all that's left of that first phalanx. And then this, she's got a damaged first phalanx and a damaged second phalanx. And then this toe is normal. So this is definitely going to have to come off.
Okay. I got this petition. Hound Lover, I have the petition.
Mira.
Hold on, I have to email myself. 1 second.
Yeah, and that back, like, so if you look at the back one, how low she is on the hock.
Yes.
She's definitely
has
long-term trauma to the back one.
Yeah.
So when you guys saw the abrasion, that was superficial, but it was caused because see how she walks, and she'll never get that back. We're going to try and do operant conditioning and get her to stretch that tendon, but
I'm not used to not being able to pet you.
I know.
Wildcat pines. If that doesn't work, then we've got a larger habitat. We're hoping she would like friends. Yeah. I would assume she would based on where she came from. You guys can't. Well, Claude, you could be in an open.
We're almost done here, but I did get that, Hound Lover. I am going to show you what change.org happened. And look at here, guys. If I'm not the perfect person to talk about online bullying, and thank you so much, Hound Lover. I need you guys to see this as soon as we're done with this video. Someone literally started a freaking petition to shut down Save a Fox, and they called it Snark. Does that ring a bell, folks? Guilty of crime Snark. They started a freaking change.org to shut down her animal rescue for nothing. Could you imagine how she felt the world was crumbling in on her? I'm going to show you that next.
And Luna could probably be an open top.
I didn't even realize that. Thank you. That is freaking believable.
Her to be with non-compromised.
Yeah.
Because bobcats can be pretty.
Thank you.
Tough on each other.
Yeah. Call her. See if she comes.
That's absolutely crazy. Yes. Look what she was doing.
Aww.
Unbelievable. What was she doing wrong?
I wish I had one of those scratching pet stick things.
Disgusting, guys. It's disgusting. All right. Look at this video. Every video we've seen, she's doing her best. She started this at 20 years old, guys. Now, I need you to see this real quick. Hold on. I can't answer the phone. Hold on. Let me show you this just so you understand the bullying going on. And you know what? It's not even a coincidence, Lynette. It's what freaking happens. Like I showed you earlier. Look at that, guys. For those of you that didn't come in on at the beginning, 46% of teens are bullied, cyberbullied. 41% of adults and 95% of content creators are cyberbullied or harassed. Snark goes around bullying the larger channels. Now, look, let's go back to this. Let's pull this down and put this back up so you can take a look at what they did there. Unbelievable. Shut down the Save a Fox, Snark, and others. I guess this was to shut down the Save a Fox, Snark, and their signatures. But you get a real good look at what was happening. Thank you, Hound Lover. I appreciate that. I do have the link. I dropped that in chat. All right. I can put that in my but that's the kind of shit that was happening under real name and nickname online. Unbelievable, guys. These people, I mean, I just again, right there and right there. Justice for Michaela. We barely been able to hear about what's happened here. This only happened days ago. So let's say justice for Michaela. If we can, like, share, subscribe, and make sure that you get this out to your community. So maybe one person, there you go. Thank you, Hound Lover, for telling me what's happening. You say they were calling her a hoarder. They were probably calling her a grifter, a hoarder, a scam artist. They were calling IRS. I mean, look at that. I bet you her young soul that was trying to do her best for those animals just caved in on her with autism and borderline personality. Thank you. I appreciate you. You say my hounds are my life. Justice for Michaela. Now, listen, Lynette, the laws against bullying are almost zero and they suck. The reason people keep doing it is because they suck. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time telling you why or how. I'm just going to tell you to trust me when I say that Michaela Reigns, death by bullying, she took her life at 29 years old because of this. It doesn't matter what they would have said. They could have said anything about her, all right? If the authorities don't handle these bullies, it's going to get worse, and it has gotten worse. It really has gotten worse. But I hope somebody is held accountable directly for this situation, guys. All right. On that, I'm going to leave it. Thank you, Hound Lover. All the new people today, anybody that was in chat, just know that you guys are loved. Jay posted it above the chat. Scroll up. I posted it. I'll post it again. It's kind of a long link. So when I post it, it doesn't really look very well. But you guys can go to change.org and type in shut down Save a Fox Snark. All right. You'll find it. I promise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shadow, Desiree, Stray Dog, thank you for this 2-day. You're absolutely welcome. I love each and every single one of you. I don't care if you guys question what I talk about in chat. That's what I'm here for, to go over cases and discuss what we're going to do next. All right. So I love you. Liz says, as receptive and these Bobcats are with their shows, the heart she had for them, beautiful girl inside and out. And that I agree with. And so many new people here today. Thank you guys for coming here. Thank you. This community is impressive. Be safe and be kind. Thank you guys. I love each and every single one of you. Guilty of Crime by j@gmail.com. If you want to get a hold of me, the mods are in chat. You're very welcome. I will see you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. All right. On that note, justice for Michaela. Remember, guys, just a little bit of this, spreading the word, spreading the love helps. And I'm out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all. Good night.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty?